When you came in, you might have seen Sarah Eichberger. Sarah, do you want to wave at us? She's coming in tonight for making this all happen. Really appreciate her help. So here's what we're up to today. We're going to move through very quickly a lot of 5-minute talks. During those 5-minute talks, I would suggest you really pay attention to me one time during the break, because we're just going to flip through them real quick. I've got 5 minutes right now, so we'll give you how fast that goes. We have lots of time for networking, both during the break and then over dinner, so please pay attention to what you want to catch and what you want to talk about there. We will also have a little longer presentation on planning for success in farm to cafeteria programs, guidelines and practical tips, and we'll also have a panel that gets into some of the standards and pricing questions that often come up. So I think this is the perfect space to be meeting with a group like this, and the round group that we're in and the circle that we form is a way to remind ourselves that in this circle is a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience. I want you to share what you have and ask questions as they come up. So just a couple things to think about in terms of this local and regional food system development. This kind of shows some layers of how food system development happens with personal production. Many of you are gardeners at home. Many of you are involved with school and community gardens. Then on top of that, we start with farm to market kind of opportunities. And then as we work with bigger and bigger customers, we get into this question of how do we do the aggregation and distribution, and we'll get to that. Here's a quick look at products from the region. And this is another way to kind of think about how these building blocks fit together. So all of the things in this diagram are called community capitals. They're the kinds of capital that are needed. And at the bottom we have these natural capitals like land and services. This is a graph that shows in the pink the amount of the acres of farmland in each of the counties. And the black brackets are an estimation of how much that land would take to feed the population of that county. So we live in a place where this is entirely possible from a land-based point of view, with great natural capital resources. And it's a pretty diverse landscape and cropping system as well. In this graph, we found that whatever those acres are called 100%, and you can see some of the crops that are grown: wheat, soybeans, edible beans, potatoes, and so forth. So that natural capital is the foundation, and then we get into these social capitals. This is on the individual side, sort of the human capitals. What are our skills, talents? How do we put that to work? The creativity of it, and how do we work with one another? During these 5-minute talks, we'll be talking about a lot of the bright spots. Bright spots comes from this book Switch, and there's a little explanation on the agenda. This is really what we're doing now with the resources that we have. So these are really great building blocks, because we can do it here and now. And then once we have all of that in place, we know how we have the natural capitals, we have the skills and the education, then we can start working together and developing the infrastructure for food systems. So with that is really